Hey everyone, Eddie here. We are back with Sephiria. I'm very excited for this video today because we are introducing yet another new character, and my goodness, look how shiny this armor is. Some of you may have seen me use this costume in the past on my live streams. This actually was the first costume I unlocked. So we did some testing while we did some of our runs on our live stream. So feel free to check out those live streams. I do post when I do go live on my channel. I do a schedule here on the post. So feel free to check those out and on the Discord. But we have now come up with a new content video specifically for this costume. So we have a great character and build in mind, along with a tragic but really deep backstory, I feel. So without further ado, we'll introduce our next character. So this is Orpheus. Orpheus is a warrior guard who spends most of his days outside the village gates, protecting the villagers from raiders. He then spends his evenings with his wife farming and gardening. However, one foul evening, a darkness ensues. A plague engulfs the village. With all of his strength, Orpheus tries to save his fellow village people, but ultimately fails as they become ill and even perish into darkness, including Orpheus's wife. Absolutely infuriated by this, our hero takes his greatsword and his wounded chaos body down to the Roots Retreat, also known as the Underworld, to face the Overlord Corvus and free his wife from the afterlife, to allow her soul to rest. Ooh, very tragic. But I am rooting for this character. I am rooting for Orpheus. So, for the build, we are going for the Fruit Skewer, 100% Shadow. We are splitting Companion and Precision at 50-50. We're going to be focusing more on Shadow Precision early on, and we'll explain as we go through how the Companion is going to come into play. We are going the Wishing Fountain with a pocket capacity of 3. And of course, we're taking the Tainted Bandage, which is the bandage that he used to wrap up his wound that he received from the Chaos Plague. Very important, especially for the backstory. For the talents, we are going Wrath 20, so get that critical chance up. And we are going Ingenuity here, 20 max HP, and plus 10 evasion. We're also going Great Sword because that is the weapon of choice here for our hero. And as we progress, we'll see what the anvil guides our chaos-infused warrior. So will Orpheus be able to save his wife from the afterlife and defeat the Overlord Corvus? Or will he fail and become part of the underworld forever? Let's find out. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a like. It does help me out and I greatly appreciate it. Also, please feel free to post in the comments. I do reply to all of my comments, so let me know what you think of the game, the gameplay, the build, and the lore. And of course, if you'd like to follow this and all of my content, please subscribe. We are building a great community here. Would love to see you join, especially if you're enjoying the content. And a big shout out to all my current subscribers that constantly comment, like, and share my videos. Thank you all so much. I greatly appreciate you. All right, as you can see, Orpheus is... Ooh, whoa. Hold on. I really like Disconnection here. I mean, +3/+3. Oath is also... Wow, this is a... Are we in Roots Retreat level 30? Yes, we are. Okay, just had to check. I really like Disconnection here. I think we could do a lot of cool stuff with Disconnection. Wow, these are all so good. But I'm going to go Disconnection. That's such an early boost That's actually quite insane, to be honest. Wow. Okay. Just like that, got our item up to plus 9%, and our physical damage, which is going to be crucial here for the build. Wow, that was a huge pickup right from the beginning. My goodness. I'm still shocked. All right. Let's see what Orpheus can pick up now. Ballista is part of companions. We do want to ensure that we pick up the precision ongoing, though. So let's do a reroll here. Yeah, here's the precision. We could pick this up. We could actually set it here. And then hopefully we find some shadow. That will be key as we progress here for this build. Remember, we do want to focus shadow and precision first. Companions will come later, but will play a role if all goes well in our favor. Now, this is a chaos story, so we may not get what we want here. But we will try. We will try. Ooh. No, not desire. Okay, we can at least get some shadow. Companion contract. That's actually pretty good. That's probably one of the better items that have come out in recent times. I mean, +3 evasion right off the start. And just as a 1-star, we can get 6, which is quite good. That is pretty good. Especially when items and tablets are so hard to come by in Roots Retreat level 30. An item like that is pretty big, let alone the fact that it's not a unique. So you can actually stack those and casually build 6 evasion just by leveling up by 1. I mean, think about that. That's pretty big. Speaking of big, a hidden location. Ooh. Well, as we stated, we can go ahead and grab that, but we do see the devotion insignia. This is what's going to be crucial here. So our hero is going to pick this up. Companions placed in the same row in the inventory deal chaos damage, and it increases companion defense. So with this insignia now, as our hero here is becoming corroded with chaos, remember, he has that wound from the plague that he suffered earlier from the village takeover. So now it looks like he's slowly gaining wound and chaos damage. Very interesting. Apple juice. No, I think we're going to skip on Taz. Sorry, Taz. That is very interesting, though. Okay. And speaking of interesting, remember, we have now come across the ancient anvils. And with these ancient anvils, they enhance the weapon depending on the wielder. Now, because we are becoming corroded and have chaos and wounds, the Crimson Thorn is very fitting. Attacks the target and inflicts wound, which does chaos damage. Wow. Look at this. All right. We're starting to see a pattern here. We could go enchants. It actually wouldn't be bad, especially if we could pick up something good from the mini-boss. But I do feel like we need some more artifacts. We are a little low here. So I'm going to go the artifact route. Look at the wound bubble damage. My goodness. The animation is so good for that. It feels dark, right? It feels like a wound chaos, right? This poor healer can't keep up with this wound damage, though. Ooh. That is precision. Here's our first companion that we can pick up. I am thinking about Shadow. It's very hard to pass up on some of these, though. I mean, that is crit damage that we can increase quite heavily, plus 40%. That is pretty big. Let's go ahead and pick this up then. Yes. I think that's too big to not pick up. I would have preferred the Shadow just to get that first set combo, because remember, the bond artifacts that you can find in the game only unlock if you have at least the first set combo for that combo set item. So as long as you have those, then you have a potential to unlock it. So very crucial, if you're looking for those bond artifacts, that you meet that requirement. Which is why I'm looking for Shadow. An obelisk. Wow. The ancient tower. What will this give us? Attack speed. Wow, that's actually pretty huge. Great sword is a little slow, so giving a little bit of attack speed for the basic hits, that's pretty big. All right. I feel now is the time to go companion. There we have it. Now we have our companion set. And remember, now Orpheus can summon these minions that have chaos and corrosion with this new insignia he picked up. Very interesting. Guess we're going to see how this progresses as well, especially now that we come to this skeleton bone gate. Ah, the goat skeleton. A known fearsome foe here in the underworld. Let's see how well it does against our chaos damage. Wow. The damage over time for this chaos is quite good. My goodness. Okay. Let's just sit here and let the chaos take over. What is this insanity? Let me check again. Hold on a second. Yep. Roots Retreat level 30. Wow. Our luck is insane on this. Are you serious? I want them all. I mean, Tactical Manual is insane. Golden Crown could be very good. Alphonse's Horn is great, but Six Leaf Clover, we need Shadow. So I don't think we pass up on this legendary. So now the question is, so that's physical. I think we trade this out now so we can gain true damage. How much crit do we get off from this? We get +9. So crit chance. So if we did it this way, 9 and 2, so that's 11. We do get more crit chance, but then we gain +12 evasion, +12 luck, and true damage. So I think I've got to go with that. So we will lose a little bit of physical, but we did pick up true damage, so. All right. Who is the guardian that stands at the gates for the next level? Ah, Mogdi. All right. We must defeat Mogdi to get to the next level of the Underworld. Wow. That crit damage was huge. What? Okay. Solid so far. And this is with only one companion. My goodness. We may lose our jelly here, but that's okay. Wow, we're doing an insane amount of damage there. Look at the chaos bubble. Okay. I see. I see. Dullbell could be really good here. We don't want to stray too far, though. From the... Oh, there it is. The Shimmering Eyes. Gain Mirage stack on critical hits. When hit with 100% Mirage, evade the attack unconditionally and deal evasion 300% of chaos damage. The Shimmering Eyes, the same look and plague that took over the village, now has become part of our hero. Ooh. Actually, Pass is super solid, I have to say. Binary Star is very good as well. I do like Past. I think I'm going to pick up Past here. Yeah, we get a little bit of everything here at 1. Yes, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, well... Orpheus has defeated the boss of level 1 to open the gates and now venture to the woodlands. Let's see what miracle is granted to our hero. We could go Hunter. He is, after all, hunting the Overlord. That's a lot of critical damage. That could be quite good. And we get precision. Even more precision. We could also go, wow, Windsong and Shadow with Pinwheel to gain plus 10 crit chance and plus 10 evasion. That'll bring our Shadow to 4, which increases our evasion to plus 5. That's pretty big as well. The critical damage would be huge, wouldn't it? We'd be at 140% critical damage. I think I'm going to go Hunter. I mean, Evasion 32 would be at 42 instead. And the crit chance would be at 50%. With just over 50% because we're getting 10%. And we gain attack speed with the Windsong. I mean, more attack speed would grant us 9% attack speed total, and then plus 6 evasion. So total, we could get 16 evasion, which actually sounds pretty good, to be honest. I think because of the item, I'm going to go Rogue. Yes, I think I'm going to go Rogue here because of the item. I think the item is just so much better, especially for what we're trying to accomplish here. Let's see. Binary Star is good, but we've seen Binary Star a lot. I'd honestly rather pick up a potion, but at the same time, I think I may hold off because the healing is a little off in Roots Retreat. So I'd rather try to see if we can go to the next merchant and see what we can find. Okay, so Anvil, of course. We may pick up HP depending on how this goes. If not, we'll go Experience and then either Experience or Tablet for the last one. Especially because there is a merchant on the tablet. That might be a little more enticing. Okay, Orpheus. The final weapon enhancement here. The Inquisitor. Physical damage dealt with weapon is applied as Chaos attribute. Special attack is changed to Special attack Wound Explosion. Wow. Now we do lose our Whirlwind, So we do have to be cautious. But I feel the Inquisitor is where we want to be. Let's go with experience. Wow. It's a great item, but not for this build. We could, however, hear me out, we could pick it up just to get the Frost Touch effect. And Frost Touch will be able to be applied an additional chance, and we can increase cold damage. You know what? Sometimes you gotta take what the build gives you. Okay, let's see here. Wow. Okay. We're seeing the potential here. We are seeing the potential. Oh my goodness. Just overall can be an explosion of damage here. Look at that. I think Orpheus is becoming the Chaos Summoner. Ooh. Windsong, Sturdy, Windsong, Weapon Attack Chance. I think we're just going to pick up Charm just to start getting precision even higher. Yes. Ooh, okay. This definitely has a lot of potential. And this is just with one summon. Wow. Okay. Shadow. I mean, Smokescreen is pretty good. The issue with Smokescreen, though, I mean, it's 0, but it will always cost 24 MP. We only have 55 MP, and we need to ensure we have enough of the MP to use for our Wound Explosion. So I think I'm going to re-roll here. Simple Contract isn't bad. It's not bad. It's not really what we're looking for. I'd rather have another companion. Wow. Let's just add another debuff. Another companion. Yes. Yes, the Chaos Summoner is being born. My goodness. Okay. Well, I do feel like the tablet and the merchant is the way to go. Maybe we can find a really good item, but the tablet to start increasing some of these other artifacts that we found, I think is going to be pretty beneficial. So, especially now with the potential to have yet another debuff here to increase our Wound Explosion with Chaos. There's just so much potential for explosion now. Orpheus did say he would do whatever it takes to free his wife from the afterlife. Wow. All right. An assassin. Let's see how well we do here. Okay. Ooh, white paper is always good to pick up. We could also pick up precision, but white paper does help us out quite a bit. Actually, we can use it for our companions as well right now. Or we can get our precision up to the next set, which will be 8%. But I do like getting the companions up because it's only going to increase the damage of the companions here, which is pretty big. We'll do this for now. Now we have a good balance of all of the set combos here, which is really good because it goes really well with ingenuity here. In the last one with the universal damage for each active combo type. So we are going to gain more universal damage because of that. Nothing here. We could pick up another potion, but... Or we could actually get some XP to gain another level. I actually like that. That wasn't too bad to pick up. We could do Windsong not only to increase our melee range, but also to get another active set combo for that universal damage. It's a huge boost. Ooh, I like Entrance a lot. Yeah, I like Entrance a lot here. We could do something like this. So now we get the Shimmering Eyes. Now we do 1,500% chaos damage to surrounding enemies. Wow. We get rid of this negative slot here by placing Entrance from the disconnection. I really would like to get these two items up as well. So we'll kind of look at these as we get to the next area, because they can be pretty big in the next area, I feel. So, okay. Onward to the next boss. The next guardian that stands in the way of Orpheus getting closer to the Overlord. Ah, the pig shaman. Of course. Oh my goodness. We did take quite a bit of damage, but the assistant here of the shaman definitely went down pretty quickly. Solar Blade. As if we needed to add another item here. Slim Cushion is very good. We'll actually pick that up. That's actually a strong item for the companions to attack, right? Ooh, everyone knows I love Harvest. And Harvest actually... We can... How much is this? Plus 20 crit? I mean, the crit is really good. But I do feel we could do something like this instead. The two items that we talked about that I do feel like can be pretty crucial here. We could test this out. If not, we can substitute for the crit damage and see where we go from there. Currently, evasion is at 53, crit chance 54, critical damage at 80. All right. Hoping for some enchant and some high-end items here, because the library is no joke. Where are we at, actually, on the precision? So we're close on precision, so we could... That's not considered outer. Yep, instead of companion, because we still have companion 4, now we can get crit chance even higher. Just for the time being. Oh, white eggshell. Ooh. Wow. Shade is so good. Yeah, Shade is pretty good here. I do really like White Eggshell because of all the debuffs we're doing. I feel like this would actually skyrocket the build, especially if we can build it up. And Mystic is pretty good. Actually, we're doing it. I'm going with the White Eggshell. Hopefully it's the right choice. That's what we're going to be rocking. Okay. Well, we definitely want the extra inventory slot. The enchant is what we want as well. I would like to get another artifact, but I do feel like grabbing health here is going to be beneficial, just based off of the last fight. So let's see how we do here. Okay. All right. Yes, the White Eggshell definitely adds a big effect now. Let's wait for our other jelly to come back. We're definitely going to need some more summons here. I think that's also going to help out with the build in regards to total damage and also for targeting as well. The more companions we have, the less we are targeted. Oh, this Shimmering Eyes is one of the best Bond artifacts. It's so good. And especially this with Wound Explosion just adds another powerful explosion animation, which is not only great damage-wise, but really cool to see. Okay, that will get our shadow up, and that's a very solid item. That will get our dash count up pretty quickly, too, so I'm going to pick this one up for shadow. Interesting. Nothing here. Really? You would think that there would be some type of companion or merchant. It's just an empty square room. All right. That would have been a really good opportunity to put Colin, but okay. What a tease. What a tease. Okay, we're going to go inventory slot because we definitely want some extra inventory slots here. And we were lucky enough to get 2 early slots just because of the ingenuity here, so... And before, in earlier stages, for those who have been following my Sephiria runs from the very beginning, wow, that just looks so cool. The game has changed quite a bit. Again, it is in early access, but I still believe it's one of the better early access games that I have played. And with the addition of seeing those buffs now on the enemies, it's so big because now you're not having to wonder who has what type of debuff or who has what type of effect. They've done a really good job of adding animations and different little UI, not only to enemies but also for the character as well, just to make the game a little more simpler to follow instead of looking at the top left corner, the top right corner, the bottom corners. Makes it very fluid. Super good. Super good. And especially for a build like this, it's very important. Ooh, speaking of important, a luck shrine. We're going to go with some defense to kind of help out with our melee style build here. Okay, we said enchant, so I still think that that is the way to go. Hopefully we can get a 3 enchant here. I think what's going to be very interesting in this section is the mini-boss. Melee for that mini-boss is always very difficult to try to factor in, so... But when you can casually just explode enemies as such, does make it a bit easier, I feel. That's what we want. We need another companion. Another summon for the Chaos Summoner. Very nice. Pick up another potion. So now we're actually full on potions. All right, here we go. The true test. Let's see how well we do. Wow. The damage is huge. Casually drop meteors from the sky. That is another set combo. Will increase our universal damage. I kind of like it, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Universal damage boost 127%. You know, just casually. Nothing too crazy. Okay, there's our 2 enchant. Is this the end area? It sure is. Okay, so we have 2 enchants here to spare. What do we want to place these in? I mean, getting the Cloak of Verdant up is pretty big. We gain +4 evasion, an extra dash count, and 4% crit. We could also do the eggshell, which is pretty big because the target's HP is a little bit higher, and then the execution will go off. I really don't like putting points into eggshell, though, just because when we get to the final stage, I'd rather those points be put into something else, because as it states, it doesn't affect bosses. So I feel like those points are wasted at that time. We could do more crit. We can do 2 meteors. But I think actually doing the cloak would be more beneficial than anything. Yeah. I think we're going to go with the cloak. Having the extra dash is going to be pretty big here. Not only that, but we increase evasion. So right now we're at precision 6. We definitely want to try to get the precision to the max so we can get that high crit chance and high crit damage added. The companions are solid, and the evasion is only going to help our cause with the shimmering eyes. Here we go. The next boss fight. The mad scientist. Ooh. This could be a little dicey. Here we are, mad scientist. You stand in my way to the next area to free my wife. Let's do this. Wow. Solid damage. Solid damage. I let that shimmering eyes go off, which was a perfect time, just because of the health that we had there. Evade procking well. Let the shimmering eyes do its thing. Wow. My goodness. If we can get the companions to stay alive that much longer to output the debuffs, this build is going to be unstoppable. Wow. Mad Scientist is definitely no pushover when it comes to Roots Retreat. So seeing what we just did there is big. Speaking of big, increases cold damage. That is such a good item, but we definitely, I think the claw is good enough. I mean, increasing cold damage is pretty big for the stacks and the damage, but I think I'd rather reroll here. I know it sounds crazy, but interesting. Is that too much? If we can get this at a 3 as soon as possible, it would be very good. The question is, do we need lifesteal in this build? We're doing so well without it. I don't want to hinder it with the negative defense effects that we currently have, but that is pretty big. Okay, that's a big decision to make. I think I'm just going to see what else I can pick up, and then we kind of go off of that. So now we should be able to actually move these down now, I feel. Right? No, this is still considered the inner. That's interesting when there's a spot here. Okay. But we could still do the precision. Because I'm trying to think of getting these items up. We could get the haste up for our minions here. I was kind of thinking of doing something like this to boost them all up. I think getting this one up a little bit more is a little more crucial. How much does this go up? By 10? So 5% they attack more frequently. I think we'll hold on that. I think we'll do this just to give our companions a little bit of a buff. And we'll keep it like that. So now the true... It's just such good precision items just sitting here that will also boost us pretty well. I'll pick it up, and then we'll see how it goes. If we take way too much damage, then we'll definitely sacrifice it. I really would like to get it, honestly, to its max as soon as possible. Minus 20. We're at minus 16. We went from 4 to minus 16. Ugh. Usually I don't mind picking up lifesteal earrings, but we're doing so well. I don't want to hinder that effect. We'll see what happens here. Let's see what we find from the merchant and then kind of go from here in this area. And this area is no joke, so if we take damage, we're definitely going to get rid of the earrings here. I mean, Balisong, Guardian, Exit. How much do these sell for? 264. We wouldn't be enough to get this, but we would be close. You know what? I don't like the life. I'm getting a bad feeling from the Bloodstone earrings, so I'm going to do that instead. And I'm going to save as we progress. Because the reason I'm doing that is because if you look at our potions in the last fight, we didn't need a heal. We didn't really take that much damage. So I feel like the lifesteal is not really big, especially because we're not attacking too fast either. So I'm glad I picked it up because it's a good selling point, because the bargaining, right, for the barter is much lower in this High of Roots Retreat. I'm sad I can't pick up one of these items, but I think that's a better choice. We cannot let Orpheus fail, right? We cannot. The enchant is solid. The enchant we can do a lot with, so I'm actually okay with that. Another inventory slot is big. And then another enchant. So since there's an enchant on the bottom, maybe we go experience instead. I mean, double enchant is good because we can use it for our slim cushion to kind of get the frequency of attacks going. So actually, maybe that wouldn't be so bad if we did it that way. But I also feel we may not be able to get some of our combo effects if we don't pick up another item. I mean, we're almost halfway to leveling, so we should at least get 2 to 3 levels because the inventory slot choice is going to lower our XP as well. So let's just do the enchant and see what we get. Maybe we'll get lucky and get the 3. But here we go. Orpheus into the wasteland. Okay. Solid start. We have our shimmering eyes ready to go. I mean, from the shimmering eyes to wound explosion to white shell, there's just explosions for days. The kunai would be interesting here. I mean, simple contract would be big too, because that does help our companions. But we want to start seeing more of that crit go through, so that is one of the bigger ones that we want to try to max out. So let's go ahead and grab kunai and see how that fits into the build. Okay, so it is a 2 enchant. Let's go ahead and finish the area, though, especially since we have shimmering eyes ready to... We can't even pick up this potion. Yeah, so far, I'm happy with the decision to drop the earrings, so we'll see how far that goes. The Chaos Summoner. My goodness. Yep, there's the potion. So, all right. So what can we do here? We have the 2 there. We have another 2. So we said that we would start putting them in slim cushion so we can start getting our companions to do a little bit more, which I think makes sense, especially with the chaos damage and the chaos style we're going. So I do like that. Plus it gives them the revive time, which is pretty big. If we can find the simple contract again, that would be another great one, just so they survive a little bit longer, because they'll have a little more health as well from the HP boost. All right, we're going to go inventory slot just to get this going a little more. What close sets do we have? Stormcloud and... I mean, Mystic would be huge. So that's something to keep an eye on. Yeah, Mystic would be pretty big. So if we find another good Mystic, maybe even the Cinnamon Stone would be actually insane. If we did find that. Wow. Yeah, I mean, we just twirl our sword and enemies explode. I mean, you can't ask for anything better than that. Okay. So now we said we were going to go enchant, which I think is the right choice here. We're decent on funds, but we want to get a little higher to try to get something better from the merchant. And another potential potion, so I do dislike leaving potions behind, but again, I always feel like that's a good sign with a build if we're maxed out on potions and not constantly using them. If you've watched some of my videos in the past, you've seen sometimes in some builds, I am chugging potions. Barely hanging on. Oh, Echo of the Glacier is one of my favorite glacier items. Ooh, just because of the defense factor, but Harvest is solid here, actually. Well, Harvest is really good. I think just to make White Eggshell a little more crazy, I may do something of this nature. Yeah, because we still want to save some slots here for any other companions we find, so they get the Chaos. Yeah, we're one away from the next Precision for plus 10 crit chance. Wow. Okay. We did evade, but we also took damage, so we have to be cautious. Yeah, we did take quite a bit of damage there, so... We have Shimmering Eyes ready to go, though. Another 2 enchant. We still have the potion back there, but we'll pick it up. Let's see what else is over here, though, first. Yeah, it's those red lasers that we've got to be cautious about. Those are the ones that will cause quite a bit of damage to our character. But we strike back just as hard. Smokescreen would actually be really good, but I'm interested in Mystic because not only is it solid with White Eggshell, but it will get our Mystic up. And if I'm not mistaken, we're kind of in the spot here for Mystic. And it will multiply. So now we can do White Eggshell here at max. Or if we need another item at 4, we can increase as well. We could swap this for something else. So like when we face the boss, we can maybe do the meteors as a drop instead. We can also get our companions to go in here so we have a higher haste and attack frequency. So there are a lot of options just from that one Mystic slot. Okay, so first and foremost, let's chug a potion. Pick up this potion. And then let's go to the enchant. And now see what we want to do here. I mean, there are just a lot of possibilities that we can do now. I do like trying to get the companions up a little bit more, though. I mean, if I put the 2 in here, then that will be solid on its own. Actually, let's do that. Because this is going to benefit all of our companions. And then this way, I'm just going to end up swapping probably this here. So we can get more of those meteors to fall on the next boss. Which is now. The next guardian that blocks our hero Orpheus from reaching his goal. So now we'll just swap because, again, this doesn't affect bosses. We'll see how we do here. This is definitely going to be an interesting one, an interesting fight. There's so much that happens here. Here we go. Ooh, We let the Shimmering Eyes proc, but we did take some damage still. Ooh, a lot of damage on the tentacles. It's okay. We still have this. Freeze coming in clutch. Well, these evades are coming in crazily well right now. Wow. Yeah, very difficult boss to face with this style, but we were able to take down Asgard. We did use all of our potions, for sure. Wow. Randomly throw Solar Blade in here. I would prefer to try to get the precision all the way up, but we could also get our shadow to the next level, but wow. If we pick this up, we wouldn't get Solar Blade immediately. Increase the fire damage, which would increase the burn and the meteors. Actually, may not be bad to pick up with our universal that we have. And we can pick up exit. Wow. Okay, so now we've got to kind of think of this situation here. So where are we at on precision? We're currently at 7, so we need one more to get to the next level. I do like that, actually. Because not only do we get kunai up, but now we get another universal damage boost here. We can get this up by 1. Or we can do this to get our higher up. 20% additional damage to enemies with full health. That's actually pretty big. 20%. Yes. Okay. Let's see how this will do for us. Ooh. All right. We found the Overlord's lair. The rooted cave. Where Kovus, the Overlord, stands in the way of Orpheus and freeing his wife from the afterlife. We did say Smokescreen would be pretty big here. I do still like Smokescreen. I think because it's a common, though, we could probably pick it up later. I mean, the potions is pretty good. Palace cards. We already have Windsong up, though. Deals 150% defense damage to the attacker. With our 4. I mean, we could pick it up. I think of all the items that are here, it is the best one. And I don't want to leave without... I don't want to leave having so much gold on hand. Because we can't really use it. It's rare that there are merchants within the Rooted Cave area, but even so, I'd rather just pick something up here. No enchant, though, unfortunate. So we could go experience into Really, it's a trifecta of what we need at the end. So I actually like that. Let's go ahead and do that. All right, here we go. Final area for our Chaos Summoner. I do like Shadow. That's going to increase our Shadow to the next for evasion. I actually should try to focus getting my evasion up even more after that last fight, so it'll actually sync really well with our shimmering eyes, right? Let's go up. We do have shimmering eyes ready and loaded, so... I'll never get over that explosion effect. It's just too good. It's just too good. Okay. Yeah, against a group of enemies, this build is really solid. Against a single target, it does seem to be hit or miss, depending on said target. I think Asgard just can be a handful sometimes too, especially in aggressive Roots Retreat. Need a reroll here. Again, Smokescreen. I mean, we do talk about it a lot, but we could just pick up Solar Blade to get the Solar Blade counts. I actually kind of like that because, again, that's just going to boost our universal damage even more. We're at 138% now. And now we have Solar Blade. The Chaos Summoner not only summons minions, Chaos Dealers, but also Solar Blades. Oh, goodness. Where are our summoners? Oh, there they are. Wow, Solar Blade is actually super good here. Holy. Okay. Another Harvest is actually really good, but I do want to try to get the precision up. I don't know if we're going to make it, though. We're going to be close, but, I mean, Balisong is a good precision item. We at least get to the 8, which is pretty big. Plus 10% crit is a big amount. So, especially when we're already doing so much damage, as you can see. So... Wow. Oh, of course we got hit by that projectile. Of course. Gotta love it. Got to love it. Okay. Oh, have this Yeti sitting in the corner. Not anymore, though. All those debuffs attached to him. It's so easy to... especially with the 3, right? It's actually pretty solid here. Yeah, I do wish our summons could have... I mean, I did pass on Simple Contract once. So, I mean, if that does become an option, that would be something really good to pick up. Just so they can last a little longer, especially against Kovis. Wow, thunder armor. I mean, we did just talk about simple contract, so... And that does get our companion damage boosted as well. As much as I would love to pick up thunder armor, we just don't have the MP costs for all of that currently, so... Yeah, and the boost our defense, that was actually a really good pickup. Because not only did we increase another obelisk... What? That is insane. Cold damage increase? Wow. Okay. What a crazy run, I have to say. For Roots Retreat level 30. I mean, I don't think we're going to get any higher, so maybe a tablet would be more beneficial here. I don't think we're going to reach any of these currently. We're going to gain 1 level at the max. At the max. And we may just scratch the surface on that. Gosh, there's just so much happening. I'm just trying to see what I need to dodge and what's my own... What's my own damage? Like the solar blades coming at me, I'm thinking is the fire circus from the fox enemy here. Oh no. Okay, let's not get hit by the projectiles again from this enemy. There we go. Solid. All right. Oh no! Oh no. Good thing Orpheus can survive large falls from afar. Could you imagine going this far and then falling off into the abyss? Oh no. That would be terrible. That would be a tragic ending to an already tragic tale, right? Okay. Yeah, we're close to that next level here. Yeah, we're definitely going to pick it up. Oh, another wave is going to summon here with another one of these Yetis. Wow. Yeah, the Shimmering Eyes is just too good. Wow. Ooh, we could get Solar Blade again. I actually wouldn't mind that, just to help out the damage perspective here. I actually wouldn't mind that. Gets our fire damage and a little more HP. We are missing something, though. We are missing this. Entrance. Entrance is actually pretty good. We could re-roll to see if there's something else, but Entrance is pretty solid. So I think I will just pick it up. And we can try to... We can either boost the Solar Blades here. Wow, 300... I'm looking more at the defense on that one. I think that that's pretty good. The contract, though. So I think going meteors is still the best way. Just to inflict the burn, especially now since we have the fire damage here from this. The other decision would be to get the companions at 150%. One meteor for 130% fire damage. 3 meteors. The companion damage, I think, is way too high to give up on. So I think I'm actually going to go the simple contract as the boost here. To substitute for the white eggshell. All right, here we go. Orpheus has found Covis, the Overlord. $1,700 damage from that. Wow. To save his wife and bring her back. Let's see how this goes. Ooh, the Overlord is scared. I would be too. I cannot deny. Wow. Oh my goodness. What a build. The Chaos Summoner. Holy. Orpheus defeats the Overlord to save his wife from the afterlife and return her back to the overworld from the chaos. Wow. Man, this was a good build. How many combo sets did we have? We had Precision, Companion, Shadow, Solar Blade, Mystic, Ember, Windsong, Glacier. We had 8 combos for 138 Universal. Wow. What a build. Another summoner build in the books. Just imagine if we had more companions. Oh my goodness. Well, Orpheus, now you can stay here with your wife and rest. My goodness, what a build. What a fun character, too. Sometimes tragedy brings the best out of characters, you know? Sometimes you just need that to create a great backstory and a fun build. Wow. So good. So good. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a like. It does help me out and I greatly appreciate it. Also, please feel free to post in the comments. I do reply to all of my comments, so let me know what you think of the game, the gameplay, the build, and the lore. And of course, if you'd like to follow this and all of my content, please subscribe. We are building a great community here. Would love to see you join, especially if you're enjoying the content. And a big shout out to all of my current subscribers that constantly comment, like, and share my videos. Thank you all so much. I greatly appreciate you. Till next time, everyone, take care.